You gonna set it down here?
Oh, no, I'm gonna just put it in the face like this, you know. All right. Hello. This is another episode of the Mental Threads podcast. This is episode 82. I am here with the one, the only, the anointed one, Calvin Hill, if you'd like to say something.
What's good with y'all, man? My name's Calvin Hill. You can follow me on all social media, Calvin Hill Music. And that's it. Let my music do the talking.
No, seriously, he has some really good music. Like, what was the one called Worldly, your tape, Worldly, what was it called?
Worldly Ambitions?
Yeah, I was listening to Worldly Ambitions too. That might be my favorite I haven't listened to the whole project, and I know that might be one of my favorite projects. I know I listen to Misguided, and I like Misguided, but I'm feeling Worldly Ambitions too.
You're the second person that actually said that to me, man. And the thing is, when I listen to Worldly Ambitions too, I'm still, amazed by that, how young I was when I recorded those songs, man. But when I hear Misguided, man, I'm like, I hear the growth. But like I said, you're like the second person that said that, man. And that really means a lot to me because sometimes I listen to my old stuff and I'm not feeling it like I was feeling it when I actually recorded it, man. And, just to hear that my old music is actually touching lives and changing lives is dope.
No, seriously, no, for real. I feel like a lot of people go through that for sure. Like, I had my mixtape Ego Trip and everything, and like that especially, like, sometimes I hear it, I'll be like, wow, this is like the most fire thing ever. And like, I can't believe I did this. I made this. And I look back like, dang, I could have made that song better. Oh, dang, I could have said something better. Oh, I could have slowed down a little bit better, stuff like that. I feel that just comes with being an artist. Like, the grind never really stops in terms of improving as an individual and not as an artist. So ain't nothing to really sweat for that nature and everything. So it's like, in regards to like how you were brought up and everything, you were pretty much born and raised in Charlotte, correct?
I was born in Sierra Vista, Arizona, because my father was in the military. He was a sergeant in the U.S. Army. And then once he got shipped off to, I believe, Iraq, that's when me and my mom came back to Charlotte, because that's actually where they met first time. So when we came back to Charlotte when I was 1 or 2, per my mom, and we got involved with a church called Victory Christian Center, man, and they absolutely changed my life, bro. Like,
no, see, it's good to get involved in the church. I need to really get back to getting in the church again because it's just like, especially trying to get my little cousins and everything, get back into the church for sure because, I just buried my grandfather, I think, about some weeks ago and everything, but he passed May 8th. I remember May 8th, but it's just like, time goes so fast. It's like, wow, it feels like forever ago, but then it feels like it happened like such a short time. No, it's okay. It's like we're gonna process it. I just try to do the best I can, really, while I'm here and everything. Try to live it. I just wish that maybe he probably would have seen my growth after college, because I was the only grandchild he saw actually graduate college. Yeah. However, it's just like, seeing like how, like, because I'm Liberian, and so it's like I feel like I kind of drifted away from the Liberian community in a certain degree, because there could be a lot of like drama here and there. And this month, this is where the Liberian independence stuff festivities. This is like the 175th Independence Day will be on, I think, the 26th of July or something like that. You see, I don't even know my own Independence Day. That's how far away I am. But
it's good, bro. It's all good.
It's all good. But for real, it's just like, I want to be able to get back to the church because it's like, even with the United Methodist, I mostly try to point more to Baptist in a sense, okay. But because it's like, but it is what it is. It's all the same, it's just, worshiping God and everything regardless. But it's like the community in terms of just, the support and everything from the people that go to that church, and just, just reconnecting with God. I really heard a lot of dope stuff in like church and everything. I was in like one of my lowest points and everything. And I remember like yesterday, one of the pastors said, it's just like, God doesn't punish nobody. He disciplines people. So when you're going through a hard time, like what was it? The dude named Jacob that was swallowed by the fish? Was that Jacob?
That was Noah.
What? Noah was swallowed by the fish? I thought Noah.
Oh no, Noah. No, that was Jonah.
Yeah, Jonah was swallowed by the fish. And then it's just like, it was really just discipline for him to go back on his path. And it's just like, like God doesn't like, punish nobody. He just disciplines like his most highest revered or regarded warriors and stuff of that nature. So it's just like, it's all just to really, get you prepared for the blessings that's coming later on in your life.
Have you heard about the Job story?
Job, Job, who had all family and everything was going well for him, and he was a great Christian, and then the devil literally had to put what was it, Job? He literally he posted a wager to see if if Job would still believe in God after all this stuff is happening, and Job never broke and everything, even all the disease on his skin, all the family he lost, he still never lost his faith.
Man. That's my second favorite Bible character, man. Job was like a billionaire, bro. He had, of course it wasn't money back then, but he had like thousands and thousands of flocks, thousands of
he was wealthy. He was basically
wealthy. And then Satan went to God and was like, oh yeah, but I bet if, you did this to him, you did that to him, you did this to him, you did that. And, God let him do all of that stuff to him, and Job still didn't change.
Yeah, man.
On God, man.
Yeah.
So.
No, really, though, Job really represented as best as he can. Some people will criticize, that story because they feel like, in one hand, God had a test for Job, but in the other hand, it's oh, why would God even care about what the devil even said anyway? Like, dude, he created you. It's just I don't feel like people realize how low above a lot of us are over the Most High and everything, the divine creator and everything. But it's just why would he even care about that? But I feel like it's more just to set example. I feel like God does use other people as examples to a certain degree. So when you see people who's going through a whole lot of things and they made it out, that's a blueprint to really just how to live your life. And that's how he did it with Jesus. That's what he said with Samson, Cain, not Cain, Abel and everything, and just stuff of that nature. So many different characters just to be okay, this is a representative of whatever.
Have you heard the story Joseph?
Which Joseph we talking?
Oh man, Joseph, the one who got blessed with the coat.
Yes.
Brothers were jealous and stuff.
Yeah, they made a DreamWorks animated film over that too. I like that one too.
Called Prince of Egypt or something like that.
No, Prince of Egypt was actually it was Moses. That was Moses. Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm on my shit too, man.
That's my favorite, bro. That's my favorite Bible character, man. And I just reread that entire story. I done read that story 100 times, man.
No, seriously, because that's the equivalent of Oedipus Rex to in Greek mythology. Not saying they're the same, but it's in a sense that a lot of things will come through a lot of your trials and errors and everything. Destiny, what God has planned for you will always come through regardless. And everything, literally, and even showcases the power of forgiveness too, and also the power of shame and guilt. Because his brothers literally put his father and mother through a whole lot just for forsaking Joseph the way they did.
Yeah.
And didn't want him to go through that again with the youngest one. What was the youngest kid? No, it was Isaac, Benjamin. Right? It was Benjamin? Yeah. Oh, that was the youngest one after. Yeah. And it was just I see stories like that and everything, and it's just the struggles he had to deal with and stuff of that nature. And I'd be thinking to myself, all the people that did you wrong in your past, they're going to have to face who you become. And, exactly. Joseph literally became, an aristocrat.
Wealthiest
guy in Egypt.
Guy in Egypt, yo. Oh, my gosh.
Worked from the bottom as a slave and then just came up,
Yeah.
Really?
God's anointing can take you from a nobody one day to somebody the next day.
Yeah, dude. You got to take that? Or no, this is an alarm. Yeah, no, dude, that's stories like that are so beautiful because it's just honestly, I can understand why his brothers would feel the type of way that they felt and everything, because it did see that his father was showing kind of favoritism to that child, which is something that you never do. You can never show favoritism to nobody, it's just but at the same token, it was just you still can't be jealous. Sometimes, I have a younger brother myself. Sometimes I feel like maybe he was favorited at some time, but I've never ever felt that sense of jealousy. Everybody can feel envious of somebody. You see somebody working on it, dang, how do you get that? Well, it's the next thought should be oh wow, maybe if I could work harder, I could be like him. Thanks. But for me and my brother's sake and everything, I just always wanted to protect him and everything. So I sometimes I thought of myself as a sponge for all the negativity, and I didn't want him to go through that because I feel like that would hurt me a lot more. That's just how you gotta approach life with things, and I feel like. I feel like that's how God approaches things too. I feel like with all the negativity in the world, for us to even go through that to a certain degree and he doesn't want us to get, expunged in a world of sin, because that would just be like, oh no, like you didn't have to go through that. There's more I had planned for you and everything. So it's just always something to keep in mind.
Yeah, man. I just, like I said, that's my favorite Bible character, man. And I listen to that story because I'm going through. I'm
You're going through changes.
I'm going through like the end of
a cycle.
Yeah, like God has really been changing me, shaping my mindset, shaping my character, everything. So you didn't get to see me like 3 weeks ago, a month ago. I finally got to, start actually kind of walking normal again. But I had dealt with like a whole year. I was actually limping. And just praying every day. And I'm still going to pray every day, several times a day. I'm confessing. So I got a list of confessions that I have. Not confessions, but like affirmations and stuff. I got that idea from Steve Harvey, man.
Yeah, Steve Harvey's the GOAT for that too. I feel like Steve Harvey kind of helped me really reconnect with God too, and like this stuff. Yeah.
So I did that. I got a vision board, which I definitely recommend people get vision board. You do?
Yes,
bro.
I got 4 actually.
Bro, I'm telling you, those things definitely help. Every morning I listen up. After I finish praying, I listen to the word. I actually just finished reading the Bible, and so I'm rereading the entire Bible, and I'm gonna continue doing that.
Keep doing it.
And so after I read like 3, 4, 5 chapters, in the morning, then I put on motivation. So I listen to like Steve Harvey motivation, or I listen to like Jay-Z or 50 Cent motivation, or Kanye motivation, or I listen to E.T. the hip hop preacher.
Oh yeah.
Different people. And I found out yesterday that one of the customers where I work at, E.T. actually married him. And so he's actually a part of E.T.'s team. And so he actually is going to be doing a conference next week. And I'm like, yo.
You're about to be a part of it?
Nah, I'm not, because he's going to be in California.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
I just find stuff like that amazing, man, how God can
showcase other people that are just close.
Bro, he can. You never know who's close to you that is doing something, huge, man. So, I don't know. He's a marriage counselor too. So, I mean, I ain't getting married no time soon. That I know of.
But you want to get like maybe some pointers and everything before you go to that stage. And how old are you right now?
I'm 24, bro.
24. Yeah. When you just turned 24?
I turned 24 in April.
Oh, I turned 24 in February, so I'm a little bit older, maybe like a month.
Word.
Yeah, 24. Yeah, that's a weird age, man, for real. Because it's like at the same time you're young, but you're still getting old. Like it's still like a transition.
Feel like I'm like 40, bro.
Sometimes it feels like, but I feel like you still feel like a child to a certain degree because, I haven't built any experience yet. I just graduated in December 2021. I just left this other job. I thought it was like the job. I was like, okay, I'm going to elevate this black-owned business. I'm going to really get everything organized. And the next thing, and then they were fucking with me. They were screwing me. I don't like to curse, but it was like they were really messing with me crazy. But it's like, like as you said, you went through like a whole lot of stuff and everything. Even recently, as you mentioned, it's like you were in a car crash in 2018, correct?
Yeah, I was.
And everything. Explain everything that led into that.
So I was driving on the east side of Charlotte Road, kind of around where you stay, I guess. And I, per the police report, man, because I don't remember the day at all. I had bare left on the red light, and a car hit me. But I was in fault. And when the car hit me, it sprung me into more oncoming traffic that was coming. And then another car hit me. So I got messed up. So I stayed in the hospital for 2.5 months. And I was in a coma for 1 month, man.
Dang.
Yeah.
Wow, being in a coma. How was that? I don't know, you don't remember what was in a coma. You just woke up and then you just woke up in the hospital?
See, it was like I was dreaming the entire time, man, and I was having conversations with, like, honestly, I thought it was, me going to heaven and hell, but it was Satan showing me different parts of hell, man. And so yeah.
Oh, so that was your experience, just Satan showing you different parts of hell.
Yeah.
And why do you feel like you were chosen, and you feel like you realize why, or you just happen to be the one?
I have no clue, man. I guess because I knew of God, and there was a part of my life where I was like really walking with God, but then I allowed people in this world to detour me from my destination, man.
It'd be like that. That's part of the growth process, man. You know, when I first met you, I was at CPCC, and I was with a completely different group of people, and all they used to do was smoke weed and just not have any goals at all, gossip, talk shit, and everything. But that was the only people I could even consider like friends, even though they didn't have my best interest at heart. And then you separate and isolate from those people. You move on. I was messing up at CPCC because of that. I left CPCC. I went to Rowan Cabarrus Community College. Balled out there. I didn't get anything lower than the C. I got A's, B's, and everything. I was able to transfer those credits to North Carolina Central University. All was history. Now I'm a graduate cum laude. I went from struggling at community college to graduating cum laude.
Man.
You know, it's all God, man. I swear it's all God.
Definitely.
And I still got my own issues, too. I have a medical condition I've been dealing with since I was 18 years old. I'm 24. That's like a quarter of my lifespan. I can't even go into detail about it because it's kind of private. However, it's just like I'm still getting the process of going in between cities, going to meet my appointments and everything. I don't know if it's going to change anything. I don't know if it's just another chapter where I have to go to another doctor and everything. But I'm still working and everything. So it's just like, you know, but I have faith that I'm going to really make it through it, you know. It's just like only God can help me on my path and everything. So it's just like, you know, it's just that I feel like God just isolates you just to season you and get you ready for what you need to be in life and everything. So it's just, how do you feel like the whole car crash situation in a sense is seasoning you?
So the crazy part is, man, I haven't been able to actually record music in like 4 years, man. Well, almost 4 years, man. So
It's okay.
what I try to do is every couple of months I try to do like see how much my voice done improved, man. And I did one maybe like a month ago, and bro, I'm like, yo, my voice is almost there, man. It's almost back, man.
It's all a process. Yeah. Keep working. Please keep working. Never give up.
Yeah.
Because to come from a car crash, you know, that's real crazy stuff right there. Some people go in a coma and they never wake up. Some people literally go into car crash, they never leave in one piece. So it's just like, that's just God showing mercy on you. You know, you gotta be grateful and everything.
And the crazy part is, when I was found dead, bro. So they brought me to the hospital dead. Someone must have had some faith, like, oh nah, he's dead, but I think we can bring this man back to life. And God, man, this dude, God, man, he
crazy, right?
He's amazing, man. He's amazing, bro.
It's beautiful, ain't it? Because I was your past faith. That was actually, you know, because even with faith, I see it like investment too. The more you invest yourself in the God, the more God will reflect back to you and everything. That's why I need to get back into going into church again and everything. I already brought a bunch of ties and shoots and everything. So it's like, I'm definitely going to start showing up a little bit more often, whether it be the United Methodist Church that helped bury my grandfather, or is it going to be the Baptist Church on Hickory Grove? Either way, they're on the same road. So it's like, you know, I'll take one or the other. Maybe one I go here, one time I go here. So it's just like, you know, stuff of that nature. And, you know, it's just like that. But it's like, you know, that's amazing, man. And how was the process in regards to waking up in the hospital and just moving on past that?
So, man, waking up in the hospital was different, definitely different. What got me back to talking and remembering names and faces, because after I came out of my coma, my eyes would open up, but I wouldn't recognize anything. So I was in like veggie state. So yeah, I was in vegetable state for about, you know, another couple weeks, and then it's like I started talking to Satan, and then I started rebuking Satan. And I was like, this is all stuff my church taught me, man. And I told Satan that I rebuke him, I bind him, and that he's no longer welcome here. He got to go. He got to flee. That's how my pastor talks. And The exact minute I said that, after I said that, my eyes opened up. It's like God peeled those vegetables. It was like the fog or whatever you want to call it over my eyes. He peeled that off. I started actually recognizing faces. I started remembering past stuff. Moved in my like. I moved. I was in rehab. I moved from like I don't know the levels of the stuff, but a week later I was gone, man. So I mean that shows you exactly like how fast I was recovering at the time, and
I know it's coming back to you like, wow, like I really went through this thing and now I'm here and everything. Yeah, man, Calvin, you know, you want to give all the glory to God. This is the best time to do so and everything, man, because like seriously, man, it's like I used to sleep on God myself, man. I'd be thinking like, man, like maybe God ain't showing out for me. Maybe does God not like me and everything. But then I have to realize there are people in positions that are so much shittier, bro. Like people in prison forever for things they never even did. People are, you know, caught up in sex trafficking, you know, they can't get out. Slavery, can't get out, you know. People just, they probably had to bury loved ones. They didn't even get their time. My cousin just passed not too long ago, and he stayed in D.C. and everything. He just had cardiac arrest, you know. Shout out Michael Sloan Jr. Even though a lot of us aren't blood related, you know, I'm really trying to get back in the mindset of just like all Liberians are my cousins and everything, you know. All my kinfolk, all Black American folk, like we're all cousins, we're brothers under. And then not just even that, but even everyone else. But it's just like, you know, for that dynamic, we really need to get close with that family for sure. Because I just buried my grandfather, and now they just buried their son and everything. So I just want to show out for them people too, and try to bring stronger ties. Because, you know, a lot of us had to go out in our way and really focus on our own lives. But I feel like it's time to really reconnect once again. So it's just like, you know, it's just, yeah, man. I mean, it's just, you're preaching to the choir on this side here, man. When I tell you, bro, I had no direction. Like back in 2017, I didn't know where I was gonna go, what I was gonna do, what job I was gonna take. I didn't think I was prepared to really go into medical or anything. I didn't know no chemistry, no biology, nothing. So the next thing you know, it's just like I started doing good a little bit. I started having ideas and stuff. I'm like, why don't I just go into business?
yeah.
When I tell you, like, I used to be kicked out of class, called a waste of time. My teachers used to disrespect me. My peers used to think I was dumb. Tell me why the dean of the business school would literally say, like, wow, that kid's going to, like, graduate at the top of his class, which I did.
Yeah.
I was picked out of everybody in the whole business school to be on the dean's advisory board. This is a new business dean and everything, and he remembers me. He's even on the podcast too. I interviewed him. Now he's one of my mentors. Haven't spoken to him in a while. I need to talk to him again. Yeah. But it's like, dude, things change, bro.
Yeah.
Everything, that's one thing that's for certain, is change. And it might go for the worst. I mean, for the, maybe not the not so best, but you learn to get through it. And that's when the best comes in. You know, there's a bittersweetness of life. I always preach that. You know what I'm saying?
Look at Steve Harvey, man.
Yeah.
Steve Harvey's, you can't say Steve Harvey's not successful. I think everyone knows who Steve Harvey is, man.
Yeah.
This man dropped out of school, not even college, didn't go to college.
I think he did go to college for a little bit, because I know he was part of a fraternity, but he dropped out at that.
Well, the way he told it, man, he dropped out of high school, man. So, yeah, I don't know.
Point blank, he dropped out. He didn't finish. Whatever he was trying to do, he didn't finish.
So, and another dude, Kanye West, dropped out of school. Now, granted, he is a doctor now, so he did go back and get his education, because he promised his mom that he was going to, go back. But, to see how successful these people are is just inspiration for me to know what God is able to do. You know what I'm saying? And, I don't live the way that they live. They don't live the way that I live. But despite it, we all serve the same God. You know what I'm saying? And so I guess that is my motivation, because after my accident, man, there was a lot of times where I was like, dang, yo, it's like, I feel like, I would have made it if I didn't get in this accident already.
Don't say that.
But
it's all in God's plan.
It's all in God's timing too, bro.
Yeah.
So God is the type of God where He can take back, if it takes you all the years that you missed, he can make up for all of that.
No, really.
So.
No, seriously, in this condition I had, man, I had to miss out on a lot of things, and I tell you, it's because of this. Even though I was at college, I didn't really get the whole HBCU experience as much as I feel like I wanted to, because I had to be a recluse and everything. It wasn't fun. People walk you around and like, dang, why didn't he go show up to any parties? Why did he do this? Why did he do that? And because of something I had no control over and everything. It was depressing. It's just like I felt like I was alone, but I was not alone. I had the Men's Achievement Center behind me. I had the business school behind me. And everything. I had a whole campus of people and friends that actually were rooting for me. And sometimes it's good to have a couple. You don't have to be friends with everybody.
Yeah.
You ain't got to have so many friends. So, I'm meeting a lot of people through podcasts and everything now. And everything. Even though we already met in the past, we're connecting now. Like, who knows? We can still connect in the future too.
Yeah, of course.
Just like that. But it's just like that. It's just like everybody's journey is different. 2 Chainz didn't even blow up till his 30s and everything. There are people who like literally grind forever and then they reach another stage. Imagine how long it took for Steve Harvey to reach where he reached now and everything. Now he has a
like
talk
38.
show. 38. It's just like it took a while. It takes the time. And in that time, just take it for what it is. Take the lessons out. You might inspire somebody else. There's probably people who are recovering from, car accidents and stuff like that are probably going to listen to this same podcast. Like, man, I felt that so much. Because with every struggle, it pushes you closer to God. You ain't got to go to church all the time. But it will be nice for you to at least make a priority to it when you can, Because life happens, But at the same time, at least take a priority to actually, get closer, where you got to pray every day, do whatever you can that you can and everything. It's just like God is so amazing, bro. Because it's just like, dude, when I tell you, it's just like I'm in the position I am now, and it's like I can't even believe it. It's just like, what? I graduated at the top of my class. I used to think I was dumb, Calvin. I used to think like I was as articulate as I am right now. I used to think I was dumb. And it's like people say, you speak too smart. You're like, how you could be an A student. And I'll take it for joke. I wouldn't take it seriously. Like, I just never got the material. But it really was the support. I didn't have a whole lot of support. I had a classroom. We'd all try to work together to collaborate to try to see if we can do to not get the answers, like, try to cheat on them, but at least try to learn from each other to see what we can do to learn. It was just so supportive. That's why I rep HBCU so hard, because that's where my biggest growth came, was at a HBCU. I'll always rep my alma mater, North Carolina Central University. Stand up if you're listening to this, for real, because it's just like, dude, this stuff is real. And I'm gonna head to Howard University.
Word.
Yeah, for graduate school, because my dad works at the hospital there. I'm trying to see if I can take my brother out there too, because he's not fucking with school as much as he needs to. So he needs to go there for free, and I need to just go there. How old is your brother? He's 21, about to turn 22. Okay. So it's like life is really about to, it starts to trajectory in your 20s. That's when you build a trajectory for where your life is headed. Yeah. And I don't want him to go to a direction that's not, good for his interest. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's one of my places as the older brother. I had to be able to set an example, which I do. As best as I can, but it's like at the same time it's still a process. So it's just like, it's just stuff like that, and it's just, in your time in Charlotte, North Carolina, I know you mentioned in some songs that maybe you were with some group of people that you weren't, that weren't too fond to be around, and they weren't the best influence to you, and you're probably not touching base with them no more, right?
I don't talk to them at all, man.
That's all right. Just do what's best for you, man.
Yeah, so these same people,
ain't got to slander them, but bring in no new names. Just explain what the situation was.
Yeah. So I feel like, there's a lot of jealousy going on.
Definitely in Charlotte.
And God had been told me, that it was jealousy. Had my mom tell me it was jealousy. I had other friends tell me it was jealousy. And then I was, wanting to be accepted, wanting to be friends with,
everybody.
Wanting to have a lot of friends. I was, ignoring it. I was like, oh, no, we've been cool for so long, and...
Yeah, man. It's deep.
After he did something, then I was like, oh, yeah, it's definitely jealousy, man.
Yeah.
And...
You be wondering, what the hell do I got to be jealous of? I just work hard just like everybody else.
The part I think I might have messed up on is I called him out on it. And after that, people don't like to admit when they're jealous.
Or admit when they're wrong.
Exactly. But, I being real with them, and I called them out on it. And then, We just never spoke again after that.
Even after the accident and everything, he never checked up on you or nothing?
I mean, we talked for probably like to the end of 2018.
But it's just like the vibes just weren't there no
Yeah.
more. It's just, it could be like that. This means you're growing into a new person, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I tell you, bro, like, there was this one time these people did me so dirty, bro, at CPCC. Rumors and everything, all types of trying to assassinate my character. However, it's just like, I remember I was walking because I was working at Papa John's at one time. I was trying to do a delivery and everything, and I got my car stuck at the storage place. You know how the gates kind of closed, because like the GPS had me messed up, and before I could even pull out, the gates closed. I'm like, damn, I'm stuck. So it's just like, I had to leave my car there and get it tomorrow morning and everything. So I was walking there, so it was walking distance and everything. It's just like, as I was walking the intersection on Shamrock and Sharon Amity and stuff, it was like, they pulled up at the stoplight, be like, oh, yo, T! And I just looked like, man, these niggas. And I just looked at my phone and I was like, just pretend they're not there. And then I just was walking on the street. Tell me why they were running. They drove past me, trying to find a parking spot and run after me. When I tell you, you're a good person, bro, people will regret the shit that they did to you.
Yeah.
He got in my face talking about stuff. Yo, T. It was like, yeah, sorry, man. I don't think I know you. Like, no, we didn't know what happened to you. T. It's like, but you what happened to me. But I didn't say it out loud. I'm just like, I don't know you, sir. I just walked past and was like, no, I know you remember me. You used to tell me everything. And it was just like, I'm good. I just go on. I gotta go pick up my car. I gotta go to work tomorrow. I ain't got time for that shit.
Yeah.
It's just annoying. It's just like, treat people how you want to be treated, ladies and gentlemen. Because like the good people, the realest people that you're ever gonna meet will always look out for you. And that's always the type of friend I was. I would never be the type to spread rumors about you. I'll never be the type to like play both sides of nobody. That's just weird. And people do that a lot in Charlotte, where it's like they pretend to like you and they don't like you. That's such a weird existence to have, where you're just fucking with people you don't like and you shit on them and they don't even look at you bad or nothing. It's weird.
And I'm still kind of cool with them. I had two boys that I like. We grew up together. We cool. And so I don't even know where I was trying to go with that.
No, it's okay. Take your time. It's like, I know it can be an issue and everything. Trying to recollect things and stuff.
Those still my dudes, man. We used to smoke together.
But it was just whatever.
Hang out, party and stuff together.
And then you realize it just wasn't for you long term wise. It could be like that. And I'm still cool with like a lot of people and everything I just reconnected with another friend the other day and everything. He left high school when I was my freshman year and everything. Those are like my main group of people, and they all left the freshman year because our school was whack as hell. So it's like, it's just, for some reason my mom let me stay there for like years and everything, and that kind of messed me up. But it's just like, one vibe. Yeah, this is high school, whatever. Was thinking like, but listen, like once the vibes is good and everything, we reconnected and everything, and we never fell out because of any drama. It was just we went to different school. But like once the vibes is there, Calvin, just keep in mind, when people have good intentions for you, the vibes never are bad.
Yeah.
You might have a miscommunication, misunderstanding, but you'll always touch base eventually. And it's just like all my best friends that I knew from high school and some of the people who weren't before me, is like my best friends, even if we don't talk in like a while, the vibes will always be like positive. And that's just it, it's just God showcasing you who's for you and who isn't.
Yeah.
But even at the same time, the people who did you shitty and everything, you gotta forgive them. You've got to forgive them.
So it was one dude, man. Well, it's one dude, man. His name is Devin Merle. That dude, I'm thinking he might be my best man whenever I do get married.
Man.
But I mean, I don't know.
Don't rush the process.
Yeah,
Take your
I
time.
ain't rushing it though. Sometimes I see all my friends getting married around me. And
having
like,
children and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
having
dang.
kids. And I'm like, dang, yo. Maybe I'm supposed to get married, but then I'm like,
just work on yourself, man.
I'm working on myself. I'm building myself. I'm building my wealth.
Really build upon yourself. Learn to be a better lover. Learn to be like better, like be more patient, be more loving. It's all a process, dude. You can't just bullshit with this life thing. Exactly. And especially when you're trying to pick someone that's gonna be with you forever, hold you down forever.
Exactly.
It's gonna be like a process where you need to really build on yourself and stuff of that nature. You know what I mean? It's just like that. But it's like but it's just But yeah, man, I know like this whole music thing. You mentioned that you haven't been recording in like 4 years. Do you have any plans to record in the future?
So I actually wanted to show you, just to get your opinion.
You can show it to me after, and we can listen. But it's like,
yeah.
but just like if you have any like projects that are coming up, you're free to let people know.
Okay, yeah. I don't have a project coming up, but I do know the name of the next project.
That seems like. Yeah.
So I plan on naming it Joseph after my favorite. It's gonna be an EP. Joseph is my favorite Bible character, like I said earlier in the interview, and so God told me that I can name my EP Joseph, and I already actually got a song that me and my boy Devin recorded, and that's gonna be the first track of the album, bro. So.
Oh yeah, and if you don't want to make it too obvious for the title Joseph, you can also name it like the magic code or the magic, because it was the magic code that really emphasized, or something like that, and then name the intro like Joseph. Not trying to like switch up your stuff. I'm just saying this up to you.
Good. And then because I want it to be about the struggles and God blessing you. You going through the struggle, you talking too much, and God using all of that to build you back up, man, and to push you forward. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I feel that.
She like them too.
So you think I should probably let them know and everything? Sorry, let's see what I can. Excuse that, ladies and gentlemen. There was a little bit of some turbulence in the background. Don't want to get too deep in it. Some rich dunk looking ass nigga being hella rude. But anyway, like as you were saying, you recall where you left off at, or?
Bro, I have no clue what I last said, man.
Nah, it's all right. But it's like, yeah, man, and your whole growth and everything over the years. No, you're talking about your project, Joseph, that you're talking about and everything. You want to go deeper into what was that about?
So I know the first song. I only got one song done already.
That's cool.
And it's called Flex. And bro, Joseph low key was flexing on his brothers by telling them his dreams and telling them that they was all gonna bow to him and stuff like that, man.
Yeah, dude was being mad prideful.
Yeah.
So that's nobody was perfect in the Bible. That's one thing I love about it, but everybody blessed. You don't have to be perfect to be blessed.
And so I plan on building onto it, so I kinda wanna like tell the story, of Joseph, but not like tell the story of Joseph.
Like probably do it like differently and everything.
Yeah,
you know what we should consider doing? Like if you ever try to do it like film company or anything, you should probably retell the Bible stories, but like more modernized type in a way. You know what I'm saying?
So, I got ideas to doing all of that, man. I don't know if you've seen my Elevators music video, man, but I like for my music videos to be like story based. So kind of like NF. Be having those story-based videos, bro. I just like that stuff, bro. I like stuff that people can look at and like get like a story. So
it's all right. Nah, I can feel that. That's cool. And how much you be paying for music videos and stuff of that nature?
So for the last music video, I think I paid like close to like 1,500, bro. Honestly, man.
1,500? Dang.
Yeah.
I be knowing people that do like 300 and stuff.
It was 2 days, bro. So yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't spend that much money. I mean, my budget is not set for that. Like I'm putting down like either 300 for video, maybe 200. Call me cheap or whatever, but it's like I just feel like it's just once I really start making like bread like that, maybe I could go into the thousands or whatever. I'm just focused on building content and everything now. So it's just like the more content, the best and everything. Do you want to go into detail on what other direction you want to go with your project, Joseph, and everything? Because how many tracks are you trying to shoot for? Trying to keep it short, maybe 8.
Yeah, probably like 5, bro.
Okay, 5 ain't bad and everything. Keep their attention spans.
This guy that was 6. But yeah, probably like 5 or 4. One of those. So
yeah, man. My first project, I dropped like 12 songs for Ego Tripped and everything because I thought I just wanted to start with a good foundation. I think my next couple projects are going to be arranged between 7 to 8 tracks and everything. I'm going to drop a couple EPs first before I really go into heavy LPs type stuff and everything. Although I was trying to shoot for like 50 songs this year. I'm still trying to shoot for it, even if it sounds impossible, but it's like something in my head, so I have to hit 50 and everything. I think I might hook up with some studios and everything. One might let me record for free according to this one dude, and then another one's like still going to keep it for like a 2 hours for $50. So it's just like, pretty good prices and circumstances. It's really just a matter of like, what can I do to really, find funding, because now I literally just quit my job now. So it's just like now I'm on the run for another job after how much it took me to get this job. So it's like, it's no big deal. It's just going to be one of those things in life where it's just like, you might get a little halt and everything, but you got to find a way. Yeah, right? Yeah, you want to keep going, or just like, we find another shade? Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. We had to find some shade because the sun was going crazy on us. The sun was beating our butts, so to speak. I ain't been to North Lake Mall in so long, man. I'm like what I'm seeing, but but it's just like, yeah, man. It's just at the same token, in your time at like Charlotte, North Carolina, I know you mentioned earlier, like before we even hopped on, that you're having some relationship issues. Before, you ain't gotta go deep into like what the situation was, but before, yeah.
So man, I mean, almost everybody, have a relationship problem, bro. And it was this girl that I was like really interested in 8th grade, and we started talking. We started dating, quote unquote, or whatever. She ended up leaving me for this other guy that was more popular. He was older than us. He was like 2 years older than us. So she actually started cheating on me with him. And then, I ended up forgiving her or whatever. And then we ended up linking back together 10th grade year. I was like, oh, well, maybe she done grew. She was going to public school, man. And so I couldn't, like, even though I'm not the type where I need to be over my lady, 24/7, because I believe in trust and stuff like that.
But something about this generation, it's just even like people, like I be having friends and everything, they'll be with girls and everything, and as soon as they break up, like literally, like the first thing they girl do is like sleep with one of their friends, and I'm like, dude, that's just hella trifling. But only in Charlotte, bro, can they do that for real. Like, I don't know, something about this city. I don't want to shit on people or nothing, or try to put like, because there's probably a bunch of females and everything will be like maybe in the same position where like their man would cheat on them or their friends and stuff like that. But something about like the dating game, like here in like Charlotte especially, or just in this generation, like people are cold, like like it's not even like with that, but I feel like people are more seeking like stimulation and euphoria. So it's just like, instead of really trying to find like something stable and everything to move on and everything, that's why get it out your system. But it's like, keep it real with people. Like, don't like say you fuck with them like that deep, and like you don't really fuck with them that deep, to the point where you would literally just hop on the next dick you see, and it's just like, I just can't do that, or jump on the next titties you see the moment you see ass you see. It's just it's just not fair to people. I'm just saying, really keep it real. If it's like a one-time thing, let it be that. If it's like a friends with benefits thing, let it be that. Just be truthful and upfront with what you want, and stop being like what you're being, because it's like, that's nonsense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. So back to the story. I ended up redating her my 10th grade year. Well, our 10th grade year. Relationship went good. So to my knowledge, for the first 2 years. Then I went off to college, and I don't think Shawty liked that, because she didn't go off to college, man.
So you felt like she was jealous of you to a certain degree?
She probably was, man.
That's sad.
So she started cheating even harder, bro.
Because she felt like you were going to be cheating in college, even though you weren't on that?
Nah, I never cheated on her, like, our entire time dating.
Damn.
But she cheated like 10 times, bro. So, and I mean, I forgave her, the first 2 or 3 times. And
you're stronger than me. I couldn't. Like, even though that you texting another dude, I'm already putting your stuff outside. I'm already out the door. No, we're done. Because why are you doing that? It's just like, if you're not feeling me on that degree, then don't do that. Like, that's just, I just feel like, I don't know, when you reach a certain age, when you can communicate this thing willingly, you don't have to like cheat. I just feel like cheating, that's such a weird concept, when you can literally tell people what you're on and not have to go sneaky with it. But I feel like people just want to hit that fantasy of cheating on a significant other.
So the thing with me, I don't care if you text another, someone of the opposite sex, bro. Because I mean, you know, I'ma text, the opposite sex because
That's fine. Ain't nothing wrong. Cause that could be like your cousins, your sister, maybe just a friend. It's fine. It's just like like trust me. If you know what it is, you know what it is, and if it isn't, it just don't be like that. Like don't text people if you have a feeling that you feel like you have feelings for them. But if you know it's platonic,
Exactly.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Like there are plenty of female friends that I got that I'm not going for. There are plenty of female friends I'm even attracted to. But at the same token, I know what is and what isn't. And if I want to pursue that kind, I would let them know, and that would be it. If not, just let it go. Like that's just what it is. Like don't do that.
Yeah.
That's such a weird thing to me. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But it's just I don't know.
Nah, I agree, man.
I take loyalty seriously, like with friendship, just stuff like that, business type stuff. I just feel like don't cross people, bro. Like, cause it's not cool. Cause it makes you look like a shithead every time. Like, it's just that.
Yeah, so I mean that's why I've been, single for so long. Cause after that one relationship, I've tried, dating a couple people.
That's cool. Take
but
a chance.
yeah, they didn't go well, man. Because I'm so picky about the women that I date, bro.
That's all right.
If I find out they smoke or something,
Have you smoked in the past though?
I did smoke in the past, bro.
Yeah. Can't be hypocritical with it.
Yeah, but
at this
now
stage,
I'm
you're probably not.
past that,
You're
though.
past that. That's fine. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm 240 friendly, y'all. Just letting you know. I don't mind if my girl like smokes or anything, but it's just like.
And a lot of people are.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was this.
But if you're doing it all the time, that's where it's like.
It was this beautiful girl that I started talking to. And I asked her. I said, "So I'm gonna just let you know straight up that I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't curse."
You try not to curse.
No, I
ain't hear you curse this whole time, so I'm a little curse.
Yeah, I don't curse, bro. I actually never cursed. And I don't party, and I don't go to clubs. And I said something that I don't believe in. I've had sex before, but I don't believe in premarital sex. And so she said, "Oh yeah, I don't do none of that stuff either." So
and then she did all that stuff.
No. And then as we kept talking, she was like, "Oh no, remember earlier I said that I don't do none of that stuff? I actually do smoke." And I was like, "Oh dang."
That's not really much of a problem. I mean, she could let it go over time.
Yeah, but
we don't even know. There's going to be a point where they're going to legalize marijuana this decade eventually. They're just trying to like make it a tax thing. And then everything. They're trying to really get the higher ups to find a way to make money off it first before they actually release it, which is fine. There ain't nothing in America that ain't corrupt. But it's like, it's just like, I can't really say about like, what your standards are, because your standards are your standards, Whatever you're willing to accept, you're willing to accept whatever, you can't settle for anything. You only have one life to live. But at the same time, you got to be lenient in the sense that, not everybody's perfect, and it's just like you got to accept other people's differences if you want people to accept your differences too.
And so, what the thing that I do accept is as long as they're not alcoholics. If they drink, I can accept that. I prefer a girl that don't drink,
Blood of Jesus.
Yeah, but yeah, if they drink, that's what I will accept, But I don't want them to even do that. But I ain't gonna trip out over that.
Yeah, definitely. They ain't got to trip out over it, and everything. And it's just life, Always take time to write down, like, you're trying to manifest, and manifestation, it works with God, too. If God's your source of power, just, God has delivered me a woman in my life that does A, B, and C, and A, B, and C. And it, just like that, you're in the church a lot anyway. Yeah. So you'll find someone else that's just like that,
I've tried to talk to girls in the church, man.
And it's tough there, too?
It's tougher there. Well, it's just as tough.
Because they come to church and it's more like a front, like, okay, yeah, praise Jesus, and then they leave and they don't apply nothing.
Exactly, bro. Matter of fact, one of the girls that I tried to talk to, another old crush, so me and her had dated in the 7th grade. We was kissing and stuff, and her parents didn't like that at all, so they had put her out to school and put her in another school. But she went to that school and was doing the same thing with with their guys too. So we ended up re-hooking back up several times, like 2017.
Yep.
We started strictly talking, Then we started talking in 2020, like the middle of 2020. So I told her that me and her, we weren't gonna be, I didn't feel, I felt like the spirit was leading me not to have sex with her no more. And that's when I wanted to start my celibate journey. She was all cool with it, when I was telling her. And then a couple of days later, she dumped me. So, well, not dumped me because we didn't date, but she did.
She parted ways.
Exactly.
Mutually parted ways.
You know, a couple months later, she ended up being, she found her new boyfriend. She ended up getting pregnant by him. So now she got a kid.
That's just how life is. A lot of your crushes end up moving on and having kids and stuff. And they might reach out to you and everything. I know this one Cuban girl I knew in middle school who I was fiending for a lot. But she had to move out and everything back to Florida. She reached out to me when I was in college and everything. Just like, wow, you look amazing. You're doing good. And everything, as they usually do. And like she was just on every post, and then like she kind of slowed down on that a lot. She actually, I think because she found somebody else, but it's no problem. And just because she's in Florida, I'm in North Carolina, I'm in Charlotte, like I'm trying to get my life together here. I can't just be trying to do the whole long distance thing. You can't do it. That's why I say I was never like, took her really serious. Like, yeah, I love you too, blah, 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 blah. But I did take her, like, I really do care about her. I think she's nice. And, like, you think about a lot of the females in your past a lot. There's some females you maybe might have fallen out with. Feel like, maybe could have just talking more. Or maybe, there's a lot of people I've been thinking, like, man, if we're going to just talk one more time to really just get my side of everything. Because I went through a whole lot of nonsense with CPCC and everything. But it is what it is. God will bring the right people at the right time. And I really adopted a more abundant mindset, like how I always have and everything. But I'm abundant to the point where, like, I'll always have time to date. I'll always have time to meet somebody new. There's so many people out there that would message you and everything. I ain't a shitty type of person. I'm very ambitious. I try to make things work. I mean, you're like the 82nd episode, I think, of the Mental Threads podcast. That's a lot of people like, wow, you got 80-some episodes? You got 70-some episodes? I don't be thinking it's a lot because it's just like, I feel like, if I'm not doing 100, 500 stuff, I feel like those are numbers. Joe Rogan be doing like thousands. So like doing hundreds, it just doesn't feel like nothing to me. Although it's like it should be something, but that just comes with the ambition. Like I just work really, really hard, and I'm loyal. I don't shit on nobody. I clap for everybody. I'm not with the jealous type or the envious type. And everything. Just don't play with my emotions. Don't mess with me. Don't freaking cut communication with me. Because even communication is such a big love language for me. Like words of affirmation, really letting me know what is and what isn't. It's like it's reassurance. Like I need that, in a relationship. So it's just like when I feel like I'm not getting that, I feel like you don't care. So it's just like I can't make anybody care. And I feel like that's one of the transitions I have to learn growing up. It's like you can't make nobody care. People will care and prioritize you as best they want to. Your values, your needs, whatever it is, they'll make it happen. And you'll make it happen as much as you can. But even if you can, it doesn't mean you don't care. It just means you just can't. And if they can't accept it, that's up to them. Everybody's not built for everybody. And that's one of the main things I had to learn growing up and stuff of that nature, So it's just like with the whole cheating situation and all types of catastrophe, because it's Charlotte and everything. So it's just like for you to even grow past that, if no one told you, I'm proud of you.
I appreciate you, man.
Because literally, even with the car accident, relationship issues, you trying to get back in the studio and everything, recovering, building your faith and stuff of that nature. Even though you don't remember from the first time we met and everything, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. It's just like if no one's told you, I'm proud of you. And everything, because like to even get through all that and still trying to maintain yourself and everything and try to maintain your faith in God, still moving forward, still trying to uplift people and everything. If no one has told you lately, once again, I'm proud of you.
Bro, hey, I appreciate that, man. I don't, require it or nothing, but it's always good to hear, that my life is, being used to impact somebody, bro.
Yeah. Definitely consider writing a book about it, for real, like when you find time. I know I'm going to be writing a book, like eventually. But right now it's just going to be maybe more fictional type stuff until like I really get into the autobiography. I feel like I need to live more life before I live the autobiography.
I feel you, see, and I know this dude, his name Kelly Cole. He is a book writer, author. He's pretty big, man. He has it where his company, they'll actually interview you like we're doing now, and they'll write the book like that. So I might do something like that.
Oh, I might consider doing something like that too, because like even trying to write my own books and everything, I already got the ideas and the characters and the conflicts going on, but really taking time out to really write it down, I need to really get back to doing that. I need to get back into reading too. I got a whole lot of books. I got Rich Dad Poor Dad and The Four Agreements and another one and everything. So I think I'm just gonna dedicate every 1 to 2 months to like reading a book, and I just need to get back into that. I need to, because I only finished reading one book, and it took me like a whole year to finish reading that book because I wasn't putting my time. But I swear, like 10 pages a day, you'll finish. Like literally, if there's like 176 pages, 10 pages a day, 17 days done. 17 to 24 days, depending on like how deep you're in with it. So it's just like, there's just no excuse for anything anymore. Like really gotta upgrade your habits. I'm getting into the habit of really doing push-ups. Like about like 200 push-ups in the morning, 200 push-ups before I go to bed. That's really the vibes for this. I'm trying to see if I can do 100 push-ups straight and everything. That's where I feel like I'm really growing and everything. So it's just like, it's all a process, I'm like, if they would have paid me today for my job, I would have started my Planet Fitness subscription again. But it's just shit can be fucked up, but it is what it is, and stuff of that nature. So it's just like, what church do you usually go to? Just asking.
You said what church?
Yeah, do you usually go? Are you an Elevation Church type person?
No, I go to Victory Christian Center, which is off of Arrowwood.
Oh, Arrowwood, okay.
Amazing church, bro.
And how's the community over there?
It's an amazing community, bro. Like, I mean, when I was in the hospital, they would literally come every single day, man.
Really?
Including the pastor.
And pray for you.
And they would pray over me. They would fellowship with my family, because my family was going through it, man. And my dad, dudes, they always cool at the most part. But my mom, she was going through it, man. And have them there to comfort her, man. And there was people that was in the church that was giving stuff to us. My pastor had a man actually cut our grass, because he didn't want my mom to have to worry about the grass getting too hot while she had to like deal with me being in the hospital. So
that's good. Ain't nothing but God. Yeah. Once again, bro, the right people come at the right time. When I tell you, my grandfather had no life insurance or nothing set up when he passed. He just passed away at his home. The whole community was able to like help, even next door neighbors who know about this. I interviewed for this podcast. It just came just because he liked me talking to me and everything. He gave my mom $100. My mom was afraid of him.
Yeah.
And he walked up and gave my mom $100. They'd be like, why you always be around that sergeant? He'd be crazy and everything. And then as soon as he goes like, yeah, ma'am, here's $100. And just that. So when I tell you, just treating people the way you want to be treated, really having good conversations, those things go a very long way and everything. So it's just like, like I feel like everybody connects with everybody, as mentioned to God's plan and everything. Anything that's coming in life, even like if you're going through a very, very hard time, there's always like a wonderful time coming along the way. Thanks. God always tests the strongest warriors. That's why anybody out there, you really, really, really can't, you can't sleep on it. You can't sleep on the glory that be God. You can't sleep on what God has in store for you. Really build a relationship. Pray as much as you can. If you don't have time, find some time when you wake up. It's just a good 5-10 minutes to be like, God, thank you. Thank you for giving me. Thank you for getting me to this point. Thank you for all that. Yeah. Thank you for. Hey, yo, dude, I like the shirt. But anyway, just things of that nature. Just really, really work on building gratitude first. Now, it's not all about asking, oh, God, please get me through this, or God, please help me do this. God, I need this. Just be thankful. Be thankful for what you got. Otherwise, God ain't gonna bless you. It's not about building a plan, but really just realizing all the wonder around you. There are countries where kids that are getting literally shot in the face and things of that nature. They have to work in a field. There are people in prison that can't even step out. There are people to this day who are probably stuck in a coma for years. You were stuck in a coma for a month. Just imagine how beautiful that is. And it's still a process to recover from all that. So it's just just something to keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, and everything out there who's listening. Please, give glory to God whenever you have the time to. Find a time out of your day, pray, ask for forgiveness for anything that you did wrong, and just ask for really have gratitude for things that He's given you and everything. And even if you're trying to ask for things to get through things, just ask for the strength to get you through whatever you're going through. Ask for the wisdom to get through what you're going through. And ask for the perseverance to really get through what you're going through and everything. And that's how God works. God gives you Maybe it'll give you a little lucky pass in here and there, but it's really just having the faith and the strength to really get through whatever issue you're getting through, so that you get whatever blessing that you're getting. So that's just my philosophy when it comes to that. So it's just like, it's like we've been speaking for like close to like 2 an hour and everything. I feel like we've spoken on a whole lot stuff. Is there any other messages you want to let people know before you bounce off?
Nah. Oh yeah, go check out my last EP I dropped called Misguided, man. It got like
about 7-8 tracks on it.
Well, you got 6 tracks on it. And then it's got like over like it's either over 300 or close to 300,000 streams on it. So yeah, definitely go check that out.
Definitely got it.
I think the most popular song on that one is Elevators. But it had a Beyonce sample in the original one, so I had to take the Beyonce sample out. So it sounds different, but what I did, since I had to take it out, is I put in a bass guitar, a saxophone, and an electric guitar in it. So, I mean, it sounds dope, man. My favorite song on it is definitely Never Never.
I like Never Never. Never's my favorite song on that too.
So, and yeah, then I have my worship song at the end. So,
yeah, no, for real, dude. Like, you're really holding it down for Christian rappers and everything. Even though you haven't dropped things in like a while, those projects speak for itself. I feel like you have a lot than most people. So it's like, never feel discouraged about it. Just know that you will be in the studio again. When you're an artist, that's guaranteed. Like, once you hit that studio once, that fiend, just really that need to be, that rush of creating something in the studio, that work, that will never leave you and everything. So just always keep that in mind. Just keep in mind, God is always looking for your best interest, no matter where you're at in life. You can manifest anything you want in this life. Just build that relationship with God. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Always have humility in yourself and what you got, and always be gratitude for all the things that you got. And that's just it on that. You got any final words you gotta let people know before we go on?
Nah, bro, I'm good. Hey, man, I love y'all. Everyone who listens to this, hey, man, you ever need me, make sure you reach out on Instagram, Calvin Hill Music. Also, I just got a TikTok, the Calvin Hill Music. So, Calvin Hill Music, I had created a TikTok and didn't know, but I had created one like forever, maybe 2 years ago. And I had named that one Calvin Hill Music, so I couldn't get back into it. So
once you reach a certain age, it's hard for me to get into TikTok. I'm still waiting until I get a certain phone before I do that.
I couldn't get back into it, bro. So I don't know which email I use, but the email that I would typically use, I obviously didn't. So it's all good though.
It is all good, for real, man. I'd like to thank you, Calvin Hill, for hopping on to the Mental Threats podcast. I appreciate it, bro. And seriously, we're gonna definitely connect into the future too. You want to get on the phone, talk about Jesus, talk about Christianity, or just talk about building a relationship with God. You ain't got to be a Christian to build a relationship with God. Just know that it's always good to really about to submit yourself to a higher power, because there are energies in the world that we can't see, but we can definitely feel for sure, and it's all around us, and it just revolves around us. So that's it for the Mental Threats podcast, episode 82. We're sewing in and now we're sewing out. That's it. All right, thank you.